Hello everyone. Right now, I just want to share a story to you about how I almost lost my daughter on an operating table, like in theater. Yes, the story is linked to another incident, but that incident will probably be for another video. But right now, I just want to take you to why she had to get operated on and how the Lord helped us through. It happened when my daughter was 1 year, 5 months. Right now, she's 9 years old. When she was 1 year, 5 months, we were staying in another city in my country, and it was not my home city, not where I grew up in, but we happened to be staying with a lady who used to be a church friend of mine who told me that no, you and your daughter can relocate to my place so that you can try to do one, two, three, and also have someone who will be helping you with the child because that time I was okay, I'm still a first time mom. I was a first time mom and I didn't know many things about raising a child, and I was only living with my daughter. So at times it would be challenging to be taking care of the child, having to go around, look for work, having to make sure there's food in the house, there's this and that. So when she suggested that I should come and live with her so that she can help me, and she mentioned that because when you were still working, you helped me in one, two, and three. And I realized that, okay, there's very few people who still remember when other people help them. So maybe this one is genuine because she can still remember even things that I forgot. I had forgotten that I have helped her in so many areas. So maybe she wants to show gratitude for what I did to her. So we relocated, we put our things in a train, my furniture, everything, we relocated and we went to stay with her. Then the details of how things were when we stayed with her are coming up later in another video. But in this video, to cut things short, to cut the message short, while I was with her, my daughter got burnt with hot water on the chest. It was on the right side of her chest. We quickly rushed her to clinic, and at the clinic they realized that no, she needed a hospital. So they put us in an ambulance and we took her to hospital. Um, And then after my daughter was admitted in hospital, it was clear that she would need to be operated on, like the burns were more serious than we thought they were. I don't know that medical language, what degree the burns were in, but and the burns were like covering her right nipple and all that, and below her breast and on top of her breast, like just starting from almost here, as if the water was like trying to come to her face, but for whatever reason, it just missed her chin very close, like starting just right beneath the chin down to below the breast and all things like that. So we stayed for about 2 weeks in that hospital, and she went to the operating table, and of course I had to go in with her. And there was something that I don't understand if it is done in theater or not. They were holding a certain balloon. I don't know if you had to press it or what did you need to do, and the life will come out of the person, and they told me to do that. And it was a terrible, terrible sight to see my daughter lying there looking lifeless when they were about to operate her. That sight, that picture stayed with me for a long time until I asked God to remove it from my hind, from the back of my head, from my subconscious mind. And God helped me. It no longer haunts me, but it used to haunt me. Okay, I was told to, after they were about to start the procedure on her, I was told to go wait with other parents who were waiting for their kids in the waiting room of the theater. So I went. So as the doctors finish operating on the children, you would see that the family would push the the child's bed back to the recovery ward. And when it was my turn for them to bring my child to me, no child is coming to me. Instead, the superintendent, I think they call it the superintendent of the hospital, who was also part of the operation of those people who were operating on my daughter, she came to me, and I could see that something is up. And she said, Mommy, I'm just coming to you to let you know that you must not be surprised if we come out of theater rushing to ICU with your daughter's bed, because she's not responding. After we performed the operation, she's not waking up, like her lungs do not open up. And it so happened that the doctor, was also part of those who were operating, who took the information from me the previous night before they operated, forgot to ask me if my daughter had flu in the past week. Apparently, if someone had flu in the past week, they are not allowed to be involved in an operation because the lungs might not open up. And that was the case with my daughter. But that doctor did not ask me that. Had he asked me that, I would have told him that yes, she did have flu. So this superintendent told me that we are sorry, but currently we are trying to revive her, but she's not coming back. And if things get serious, we will rush her to theater and all that. And then she left. She went back to the operating table. And what I did at that time, I just looked for a bathroom close by. I think it was a theater bathroom. I locked myself in there. I cried to God. I cried to God for my daughter's life. She was 1 year, 5 months old. I cried to God. I reminded God what He told me about that child when she was still in my womb, and when she was born, and how He said I should name her. I reminded God of all His promises and what I said to Him concerning that child. And I told God, it just cannot end here like this. And I cried, I cried, I prayed, I prayed, I prayed. And after some time, I felt like I should go out of the bathroom and look what's going on with my child. And apparently, when I walk out of the bathroom going to the recovery ward, I found like nurses, everyone was looking for me all along, trying to give me my child back. When I went back to the recovery ward, my child was even running around. She was not sickly like someone who wouldn't wake up from an operation few minutes ago. She was running around, yes, with the bandages and everything, because they had to cut flesh from her thigh to cover the place that was bent with bandages, but running around, a short little thing, 1 year, 5 months, like that. And I just want to thank God for that. I want to thank God for that. I feel like I almost lost my child to that operating table, to that theater room. I really want to thank God for hearing my prayer. He always hears my prayer. You might be a mother or a father or a parent out there, or a guardian of some kids, and you might be going through things, challenging things. I just want to encourage you, always cry unto God. Cry unto God. He does not disappoint. Cry unto Him. I feel like if I didn't pray, if I had given up and just thought, yo, if the doctors are losing hope like this, who am I to not lose hope? But yes, that was what I felt within me. I was feeling within me at that time, but I thought there is someone that is higher than me that I need to call unto. He's the one who gave my daughter that life. He's the one who gave me breath in my lungs. So I asked God to put breath back in my daughter's lungs, and my daughter was able to wake up from that operating table. All glory be to God forever and ever. And in another video, I'll probably share another story also of how I almost lost my daughter to another incident. But right now, I would like to end this particular one here. I would like you to please like this video, share it with someone that you think it might help, and also subscribe to this channel so that I can be encouraged to tell you more and more of my life stories. Perhaps you are out there, you might be going through some things, they feel endless, and the enemy will lie to your ears and say, you are the only one. Other Christians are happy out there. They are enjoying life. God has forsaken you. No, I just want to encourage someone with these stories that even if you are going through things, tough stuff, God has not forsaken you, because he said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. And the Bible says, whoever calls upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Goodbye.